Hey guys, thanks for tuning in. Apologies for my voice, getting over a cold, but in front of me right here is the brand new Core Essentials 1.75 inch battle belt, the complete kit. This is in their Ranger Green. It is a MOLLE based battle belt designed specifically for the range and for training and competition, things like that. And it has an inner belt right here that has the Velcro that you hook up to it, so it doesn't really go anywhere when you're running around. Now, the claim to fame, it is a micro adjustment battle belt. So it's the world's first, and listen to this. That right there, micro adjustments, just like their EDC lineup of belts. So, had to get one in, reached out to the guys over at Core. Great company, great group of guys. Sent this belt out, been testing it the last couple months. And let's go through real quick what is on this belt. It's kind of a test unit, not just for the belt, but also for some new types of gear that I haven't really tested before. So, going over here, of course, you have the Mentos holder. This is actually an off-brand OD Green Amazon find. It is a Scorpion style of magazine holster for double stack magazines. I wanted to go with the Amazon route for one of them because over here is the more premium made in the USA G-code Scorpion holsters. You have one canted right here for pistol mags, one up and down pistol mag, and one right here for AR mags. Haven't really decided if I like these more than my S-Tac Kiwis, or Kiwi S-Tac, I can't remember. The ones with the inner liners, those S-Tacs are awesome. So I haven't decided if G-code, if I like it. I like the adjustment. I like how they slide in really easily.
That's what she said.
Michael, please. Please.
But it's just something about them. They're kind of clunky, if that's a good way to put it. Right here is a Blue Force gear tourniquet holder with a capped tourniquet. On here is another Amazon find, dump pouch with a wire. It is not the folding kind. It is a full dump pouch that stays open, but it does have the mesh on top here. If you needed to close it up because it's mesh on the inside, stuff it in there. There is a little side pull string right here. Close it up, put shells in there, whatever you need, mags. It's very helpful to have, to be honest with you. But even more helpful, especially in an emergency, is this right here. This is the Blue Force Gear Micro Trauma Kit. I'm gonna do a full review on this because this one's really cool. It's very interesting how they made it so the MOLLE goes on there. It's all strap based, so it's all just sewn together. No plastic or anything on here. Really neat kit, everything you need in there, plus you can add a few extra things in there. Not really Mentos, I'm thinking more like Band-Aids so you don't get blood all over everything. Over here, QVO Tactical holster. You've seen this before from my CZ P10C. Some of the best holsters come from those guys. Roger over there, awesome. Been talking to him quite a bit on Instagram. He's a good dude, makes some great holsters. If you haven't checked out QVO, check them out. Safariland QLS system, so I can take this holster off, switch it out for another holster, but I haven't really found anything I like more than the CZ P10C. So if you see the CZ P10C on there, that's kind of the main sidearm that I have when I go to the range. So I'm always putting a ton of rounds through there. Probably have several thousand rounds through that particular handgun. Up next, let's talk about how this looks when you get it first from in the box, how to set it up, and of course, how to put it on. So first things first, these all come cut to size. So you're gonna wanna cut this to where you need it to go. So think pant size, maybe a little bit bigger. Plan ahead for that Thanksgiving, Christmas dinner. This is the inner belt right here. How this works is you're gonna loop it through all of your loops, and you take this flex piece right here. You're gonna place it where it needs to be, where it's nice and snug and tight. Just like so. This will be on your belt ready to go, because then this belt simply wraps around. I usually start at one or the other, maybe on the buckle here, and you're just going to wrap it around your waist. Sometimes you can start with maybe the handgun side. Over here it's a little bit heavier, and you're just gonna wrap it around, lining it up until it goes around like that. So that's how you're gonna put this on. But to get there, once you trim this, and then you go and put this little clamp on right on the end here, this clamp piece here, get some pliers for that. This thing is the same thing, it's being extra long. You're gonna wanna take the buckle, which is a nice solid metal buckle with that quick release right there. Again, help it with that Thanksgiving dinner. And you take this lever, pull it open, and you have a couple of set screws in here. Use that hex key that comes with it. Cut this down to size. It's pretty easy. You may need to use some medical shears. That's what I ended up using. Typically, I would suggest cutting right on the sewn line right here in between. Otherwise, you're gonna have like random pieces just kind of flopping around. So maybe cut right to the edge of on the other side of that sewn line, and that's how you can get it good, because then you can clamp it all in here, but it might be just a little bit easier to keep it all intact so you can put it into this buckle, clamp that shut, crank those screws down, put your little keeper on there. That way when you run this through, I kept a good maybe 4 or 5 inches past where my actual waist is, so again, room for that big meal coming up here in a couple months, and you can have it all ready to go. Very easy, high quality Velcro, high quality, quick connect system, nice micro ratcheting action, and it just sounds really nice. Look at that. There's no real cutting you have to do on this side. This is about all the adjustment you have. So it's all about cutting down here for the belt and then making sure the inner matches almost exactly where you want it for the outer. You don't want a lot of overlap. You're gonna have kind of bunching up on your hip or something. You don't want a bunch of extra material kind of tucked under there, because this is the part that's gonna be touching your shorts or jeans or pants, whatever you're doing. So just note that. All this has been working pretty well. Like I mentioned, I think the S-Tack I might switch out for this. This stuff's really good. I'm surprised this is very useful, especially if you don't want to dump any kind of nicer mags for like the CZ that are kind of hard to find. You pretty much can only get them online, or like the FN, those mags. Anything expensive you want to kind of keep in there, Walther or whatever. This little goofy Amazon one, it looks just the exact same as the G-code, definitely not made in the USA, and it feels different. Like it's a different, smoother, cheaper texture to it, but it's held up fine. In fact, it has a little bit more clamping on here, because like all it has is a couple of MOLLE straps right here. There's not a whole lot. So a G-code with S-Tack, I feel like it was a little bit more secure. Just because you had that extra MOLLE piece in between here to really kind of clamp down. Everything else has been really well. This, you can cant either side if you want. It kind of just sits there like that on a nice little slight cant forward for your mags. But it's been good testing out so far, and the belt has held up great, real easy to set up. I've had a great time with it. I'll probably be using this kind of alternate with a couple other belts here and there. But the good part about this quick connect right here is this right here. Once you get, the most expensive part of some of this stuff is going to be the holster. If you get a good quality holster, like the CZ P10C with that Streamlight TLR on there, once you get that on there, you can just get this right here, and either you can do the leg drop that I've done in previous belts, or you can just loop it through with just the nice high hip placement there, and then you can slide this on any belt you want, or you can just keep the same belt, get multiple holsters. Maybe you want to run different kind of handguns, different Glocks or whatever, and you can easily switch these out. Really cool system. I haven't had any issues at all, and with this being more of a high-rise option compared to the drop leg with the strap around the thigh that I've usually used before, yes, it's a little bit more wobbly when it's on your side, but being that it's a little bit higher up with this rack system right here, it's not too bad, and it's not a very heavy handgun. If you had a heavier handgun, yeah, you might want to get that extra strap, wrap it around your leg, especially if you're running or anything like that. You're gonna definitely want something holding that down, otherwise this is just gonna keep hitting your leg all day. So just heads up on there. Well, that about wraps this video up, guys. If you have any questions, be sure to hit them down in the comment section below. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, hit that thumbs up, really helps me out. Head over to Instagram, follow me there, like us on Facebook for all the latest and greatest deals on the internet, and I'll see you guys in the next review.